Onze muzikale gast deze week heeft niet alleen een muzikaal verhaal te vertellen, maar eigenlijk ook een politiek verhaal. Het gaat om Alexey Botvinov, een Oekraïense toppianist en de bezieler, de artistiek directeur van het muziekfestival Odessa Classics. Hij geeft komende donderdag een concert op het Festival van Vlaanderen in Gent en is nu hier bij ons in de studio. Welcome, Mr. Botvinov. Very glad to have you here in the studio with us. So you started your classical music festival in your hometown Odessa in 2015. It was a huge success, I may say. But then on February 24, 2022, that all came to an end when Russian troops invaded your country. Where were you at that moment and how did the aggression affect you?
So I was in Switzerland. Fortunately, together with my family, with my wife and child. He was on that day about 8 years old. So, and this war started. Nobody believed that it can happen, and of course, it was huge shock. And we decided to stay. First of all, because of child, of course. So we are staying in Switzerland, but. We was worried what will happen with our festival. Of course, it's still until now it's not possible to do in Ukraine. That's our other city.
So you fled the country, as many of the Ukrainians did. How is the situation at this moment in Odessa? Because some of your family members still live there.
Yes, our mothers, my mother and mother of my wife, is there. Somehow, city lives, but it's life in constant fear and anxiety, because every minute your life can be ended, because it can be bombed. They're bombing almost every day or twice a week or something, and all the sirens and everything. It's really pure horror. It's so long and it doesn't stop.
Now, is there in this situation at any time a cultural life possible in Ukraine? I mean, do people go to theatre, to opera? Can they visit an exhibition? Are there exhibitions? What is possible?
Of course, it's so long, so people trying to do culture there for local people who stay there. And there are, in some cities, like in Kiev, Odessa, Lviv, there are some concerts or even opera or ballet performances. But it's very strange. So it can be just started and finished in 5 minutes because it's sirens and everybody has to leave. So it's very strange.
But people still try.
People still try because culture helps, of course. Yeah, but it's very difficult.
Okay.
Very difficult.
But you decided to stay in Switzerland and you stopped the festival in Odessa, of course, and then you decided to bring it abroad, to start traveling with the festival. The first time was in Estonia, in Tallinn, 2022. We have some footage of that when you opened the festival. Let us take a look.
I want to say thank you everybody who support this festival. So enjoy it, and let me say that Odessa Classics, 8th Festival Odessa Classics, it's opened now. Okay.
That must have been a very emotional moment for you.
Yes, more than you can imagine. But actually, so it started with one festival, then second, until now we have almost 50 concerts in 7 countries.
Okay, you're welcome everywhere, I hear. But let me just ask you, what is the function, the power of music in times of despair, trouble, distress? How can it help people? Because that's a message you want to convey.
Of course. You know, I always, before war, when I was talking to your colleagues, I tell that music also, it's healing power for the soul when somebody has problems or difficult times. And now, much more than ever, I strongly believe in it. After every concert during these war times, some Ukrainian refugees people come to me with tears in eyes and telling me the same message. Thank you that you are doing this. It's our connection to Ukraine and it's healing. It's like
consolation.
It's like psychological therapy.
Yes.
Absolutely, it works. It's very strong because many people doesn't believe in politics, but they believe in music because
it's a
music
universal
never
language
lies.
also.
Absolutely.
Yes. So Thursday in Gent at the Festival van Vlaanderen, they have a whole program which is built around the theme along the border. So your story fits in very well, I think. Now, some other thing I wanted to talk about is something that may be strange to some people, because Russia sent its troops to Ukraine, but still you keep on playing music composed by Russian composers. Can you explain why you do that? Because it's a deliberate choice.
Yes, it's my choice. I absolutely believe it because for me, Russian music, Russian high culture, has first of all has nothing to do with Putin regime, and secondly, it's sort of like absolutely against this totalitarianism. All messages in this Rachmaninoff music or Pushkin poems, it's against this. So it's also for me, it's very strange. I think it maybe it was okay first a couple of months, but now I think we have to really divide this great music who belongs to whole world and not to Russia
regime.
And not the regime, of course. Yeah, and just to show it that it's really something valuable. Yeah.
What about Russian musicians? Do you work with them?
I work with some who are really strongly against the war, like Evgeny Kissin, for example, or some others. It's maybe not many, but there are some of them, and I, of course, have no problems to work with them.
Okay, so you will play some Russian music later on in the program, but first of all, you will perform a piece for us called Melody, and it's by a Ukrainian composer, Miroslav Skorik. And the piece, well, it's not well known to us here in Flanders, but I'm told that it's in the heart of every Ukrainian. Can you tell us some more about the music?
Yes, it's a beautiful melody of Miroslav Skorik. It was very famous in Ukraine, always, because it's a very beautiful melody, very somehow...
Everyone knows it there.
Yes, everybody knows. Okay. And when it started to be performed in first day of war, for everybody it was such a strong emotional connection pack that I called it in one of my first interviews that it's in a way unofficial national anthem of Ukraine, and everybody said yes, and it's really like this. So it's really something what means a lot for us.
Okay, so let us listen to this. Thank you for the interview, Mr. Botvinov. We have a piano ready for you to play, so please.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Ja, we gaan dus luisteren naar Melodie, een compositie van Miroslav Skorik, een Oekraïense componist, door Alexey Botvinov. En ik geef ook nog graag mee dat wanneer u het concert van Botvinov en zijn orkest graag bijwoont, nu donderdag in Gent, dat nog altijd kan. Er zijn nog tickets en u kunt ze bestellen via www.gentfestival.be.